Surf is most definitely up. I'm on a mission to become a surfer, to ride the waves, to become as one with the ocean. Up to now, a trip to the beach has meant a good book and a 99 with a flake, but now the sea is calling me. And what she has to say is not always polite.
It's just knocking me about. All it's doing is knocking me about.
It's a mission that will draw on all my reserves of energy. All my reserves of patience.
It's just giving me nothing.
But I'm also looking to unleash my spiritual side too.
Somewhere in me is this. At a basic level, this is me.
It's not you against nature, it's not you against the wave. It's you with nature, it's you going with nature.
I've got just 10 days of training to get from total beginner to a standard where I can compete on the UK Pro Surf Tour at the Men's Open at Croydon, Devon. I'll be up against some of the best surfers in the world. I risk not just losing, but also drowning. Or even worse, total humiliation. The Collins family are heading west.
You got your shoes in harsh.
All right.
Yeah?
All right.
We're off for a few days to Cornwall, to a particular place we visited before, a place that we've got to know well. Watergate Bay on Cornwall's north coast is a mecca for surfers. Novices can learn here, keen amateurs can hone their skills, and the local pros can perfect their technique. It's a beach we can sit on all day. I can stare out to sea till the cows come home. And Karen and the kids are on it as soon as we arrive. Archie has a non-specific sandcastle project that he's keen to get on with. But I'm here for a totally new reason. I'm here to surf. And I'm off for my very first lesson.
I think surf's up.
Surf definitely.
Yeah. That's what you do.
What does that mean?
Hang 10.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
For the next 2 days, my basic training will be the responsibility of resident instructor, Carl.
Will I?
Yeah.
I've got anything on underneath, is that right?
That's fine.
This is a beginner's board.
It is a beginner's board.
Oh,
Starting today.
it's long, isn't it?
Yeah.
How long is this?
9 foot 1.
9 foot 1.
Tricky to manoeuvre.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
Fantastic.
I'm not a particularly strong swimmer, Carl. Is that an issue? I know I can swim. I'm okay.
Yeah, no, that's something you can work on. I mean, the idea with surfing and catching the waves is a lot of technique, a lot of timing.
Yeah.
And the key thing is to not waste any energy. This is the position that we're going to be in. Our arms, note, back in underneath the chest on the deck of the board. Check behind, like so. When we're happy with the wave that we're going to catch, we're going to want to start our alternate arm paddling, okay? Good, positive, powerful strokes, Justin. Okay, so we've got some good forward propulsion.
That's right.
That's fine.
Those waves seem bigger than 2 foot, Carl.
With my foam beginner's board, it's time to begin. Lying down on the board initially,
Have you seen your daddy surf?
No, you tell him I can't watch him because I'm digging.
Oh, okay.
but soon I'm trying to surf properly, attempting to pop up onto my feet.
Okay.
It's not even easy on
Bring
sand.
your back a bit straighter. Keep your head up, so look where you're going. Yeah, that's great.
I always imagined surfing would be a very difficult thing to do. Turns out, it is. This is the Atlantic Ocean. Refreshing doesn't even begin to describe it. And it's one of the most tiring hours I've ever spent.
It's exhausting though. It's a real hard, you know, you need a lot of upper body strength to pop yourself up in one movement. It's tough, it's hard work, you know. But also my arms, I need to work on my arms because at the moment they're all going up in the air as opposed to, I'm not using them to balance at all.
But I'm learning more and more, particularly how to prepare for a surf lesson.
I should have had that second bowl of porridge, Bill. I know that much.
You feeling it?
Yeah, light breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah.
That was too much.
Is that second bowl of porridge right just near the back of your throat?
Yeah, and the omelette. It's exhausting.
You are.
Daddy.
No, thank you.
After a light lunch, training continues. And after hours and hours, little triumphs do start to occur. That was almost 2 seconds of pure surfing nirvana.
It feels really good. It feels longer than 2 seconds when you're up there. And then if you come off, you're annoyed. Because you sort of think, well, I'm there, I had it. So why did I come off? That felt really good.
Yeah, what it was, Daddy.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Was it?
By the end of the first day, I feel I've made at least an inch or two of progress. And Arch has built a speedboat out of sand too.
Did you make that?
Yeah, no. Mommy helped. Yeah.
Coming up, she'll be gentle with you when she's in the right mood, but she'll chew you up and spit you out when she's not. Mother Nature plays rough with me. I'm at Watergate Bay in Cornwall on a mission to learn how to surf. It's early morning on my second day of training, and the very first wave of the day is like being slapped in the face with a wet Cornish fish. But gradually, the amount of effort I'm putting in starts to give something back. Not much, but enough to make me feel elated. But for me, this mission is about more than mastering the ways of the surfboard. This is a way of life I've always hankered for too.
It's a lifestyle that I've always wanted to attain. That kind of relaxed contentment, everything's all right, stress-free. It's that whole approach to life, it's that whole state of mind, it's that whole, I don't know, spiritual journey or whatever you want to call it. I didn't really have a look. I never felt that I had a particularly strong sense of identity. And then I remember going to Ron John's Surf Shack and I bought some Hawaiian shirts and some sort of baggy pants. And I thought, oh yeah, I kind of like this. This maybe could be my look. And I wore pretty much nothing but for about 3 years, I would say. Possibly even slightly longer. I would never get near the ocean, but I would walk around nonetheless in surf attire with bleached blonde hair. I was faking it. But I really wanted to adopt the lifestyle, the attitude, you know? Somewhere in me is this. At a basic level, this is me. And it's why I've never left home. It's why I never moved to London. You know? I think it is me.
Next morning, we leave for Bristol today, but there's always time for exercise, and my training's not confined to the surfboard. I'll be away from the sea, but that's no excuse. And there are even exercises to help with my balance.
Absolutely kills your legs. Oh. I actually find the surfboard easier.
Weeks later, I'm on my way back to Watergate Bay. Karen and the kids are back in Bristol, so this time I'm travelling solo. With the men's open surfing competition in Croy, Devon, less than a week away now, I hook up with Chris Thompson, a local longboard specialist and all-round surf guru. He's been studying the local waves forever. From the headland, we can see all the beaches that surround Watergate Bay, and Chris explains the different waves and conditions at each.
So you can see there's a bit more surf towards the north.
There's more surf over in Watergate?
Towards the north end of Watergate.
Oh,
yeah.
I can see it. I can see it
You
rolling
see it
in.
now?
Yeah.
Whereas South Watergate, because as you come round here, it's like a sliding scale, it'll become smaller and smaller because the surf has to wrap round. Just off this headland is the Cribber, which is like an offshore reef.
Yeah.
And that can hold surf as big as we can get it. So up to 30 foot, 10 metres, and that will break right out to sea, come in.
A 10-metre wave.
Yeah, and then there's another reef
God.
right out to sea in the middle of the bay called Zorbs, which is like an old World War II bomber. And over time, a sound's built up. And that, when it's really, really big, you see quite big waves feathering in the background.
Back at Watergate Bay, there's time for a surf before the sun sets.
Turn the corner. I think maybe I'll turn the corner.
I feel great. Yeah, I feel great. Yeah, exhausted, really exhausted, but great.
It's easy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Once
and
you're
I-
up and flying.
I even gave you one of those.
Little shaka.
What was it called?
Shaka.
A shaka. What does that mean?
It's just a Hawaiian greeting.
I gave Chris a shaka.
After days of battling against the waves, I'm starting to feel in harmony with the forces of Mother Nature.
It's not you against nature. It's not you against the wave. It's you with nature. It's you going with nature. Take me with you, nature. All right, I fancy a ride. Give us a lift, nature. Hey, nature, where are you going? Can I come too? Because nature is saying, yeah, you can take a ride. Yeah, you can come along, but I'm not stopping, and I'm not waiting for you. If you want to ride, jump on. That's literally it. Jump on board. If you want to ride, jump on. I'm not stopping. I'm not a bus. I'm nature. Oh, can you just wait a minute, nature? No, I can't. No, I can't. It's not in me. I can't wait.
Next day, and training steps up a great big gear. Up until now, I've been paddling in shallow waters, surfing amongst the breakers. Proper surfers go through the white water to a place of calm they call outback, ready to surf the big waves before they break. But you have to get through the pounding waves first.
Just trying to get to that place and you're wading out. Trying to get out there, trying to get to that place. And it's just not happening.
And after 10 minutes of being battered by the waves, I'm breathing so heavily, I'm on the verge of a claustrophobic attack.
So I need to get the suit off, I'm feeling claustrophobic. Yeah, the claustrophobia really started to kick in because I'm starting to breathe really heavy. I'm feeling really tight-chested.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just knocking me about.
Yeah.
All it's doing is knocking me about. And it's hard work.
I try again and again. And eventually, I make it out back. From here, the idea is to catch the big waves. And surfers all around me are doing just that. Paddling hard at just the right moment to get on one. But I'm off the foam beginner's board now, onto a thinner, hard one. And just sitting up is hard enough.
It's quite difficult just trying to stay up. I can't even get my balance set up on it.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just...
What, waiting for the wave?
Yeah, it's just moving around too much.
On the rare occasion that I try to catch a wave, it's gone before I know it. And on the rarer occasion that I do get up, my new board is balanced differently and is much more responsive. My surfing is rapidly going backwards. And my patience, what's left of it, is wearing wafer thin.
Incredibly frustrating. Yeah, no fun at all. Yeah, just frustrating and hard. Every time I go for one, I get up on my knees, that front end is just going straight in.
Yeah.
And Carl is saying, you need to move your feet back. And it's like, well, Christ, you know, I'm only just trying to get used to this thing.
Yeah.
Beating yourself up when you're out there and you're getting knocked about, I find myself getting angry and frustrated, and you kind of want to give up. You just want to, forget it. Let's just go in. It's not happening.
A few days ago, I was in harmony with Mother Nature. Now, we've fallen out.
Out there, she'll slap you, she'll tickle you, she'll mess with you, she'll fondle you, she'll abuse you in front of everyone. And she won't lose a wink of sleep over it. She'll swallow me whole. The sea isn't saying surfing to me, or the board. They're not saying it.
What are they saying?
They're saying you've got no business being in here. Get out. Take your beard and your hair, go and get yourself a pasty, treat yourself to a Quicksilver shirt, and just sit on the beach and watch, because that's where you belong.
Four days to the competition. The waves never stop, so neither does my surfing. And gradually, it starts to improve. Becomes simple. Down here, all I have to worry about is catching the next wave. It's a lifestyle I could easily get used to.
I love it. I've always loved the idea of it, but now I'm actually starting to actually love it. Someone said to me earlier, though, are you hooked? Are you hooked? I'm hooked on a feeling, as the song goes. You know that song? Yeah. I am hooked on a feeling. I'm hooked on the lifestyle. I like how I feel when I'm down there. Because I think when I was dressing up in all of that stuff, that's what I was trying to say. This is actually me. This is the real me. This is what I actually look like. But of course, I just look like, you know, man from Quicksilver, you know? But that's what that's what I wanted to come across. That's what I was trying to say.
Is that right?
Yep, and the whole time looking up.
There are now only 3 days until the competition. My mentor, Chris, a veteran of many competitions himself, has the unenviable task of getting me match fit in almost no time whatsoever.
Weight on the back foot, brake. Weight on the front foot, accelerate.
Exactly. You're constantly moving, so ideally get the board to move at a steady pace.
Right.
There's no substitute for time in the water, though. I'm on a new board, a 9-foot 4-inch longboard, and it's taking some time to get used to it.
Picking a wave, it's very difficult. You see one come in and it looks right, and you try and catch it and you feel like you're on it, and then it just disappears. It just flattens out on you. It just goes.
I have my balance. I was up there. I got up there.
It's doing well. The conditions today are pretty shocking.
Sometimes you get the lift, it lifts you up, so you feel like you're on top of it, but it doesn't push you forward, it doesn't drive you forward.
But I can't let it lie. For every bad ride I get, I want to keep going till I get a good one. But for every good one I get, I want one more.
It's totally got the one last wave syndrome. Catches most people out, but you just get one more, then you get tired, and then you don't get as good a wave because you're tired, and then you get more tired trying to catch one. And the next thing you know, 3 hours have passed.
3 hours, like 3 hours. Couple of good rides though. Couple of very sweet rides. There were a couple of times, maybe over the last hour or so, where I suppose like we could have stopped. I caught one, I had a good ride, and I felt good about it. I felt exhilarated, and I suppose that could have been it. Right, let's go and have a nice hot shower and a cup of coffee.
but you want to do it again. You want to do it again and again and again. It's exhausting and it's exhilarating, and you're out there and you're paddling back out, and I'm thinking, this is just exhausting for one moment, for one small moment, one tiny moment that for me could last, 2-3 seconds, but it's worth it. For those 2 or 3 seconds, it's worth it.
Yeah.
That's why I've just been out there for 3 hours. That's why you don't just go, oh God, forget this. This is just, I'm looking around, there's like, I'm the only one out there, or there's 2 other people out there. And that's why you stay out. Because it's kind of worth it in the end. Thanks, Chris. I'll see you later, mate.
He got to a really good level on the soft boards, and then where he's jumped onto a hard board, because it's more refined, it's going to be a lot harder. So he's kind of got knocked back a bit this morning and earlier on this afternoon, but now he's got used to that board. He's come on again, kind of leaps and bounds.
I'm shattered, but I think I'm hooked on surfing.
That's what I'm looking for. It's contentment. And the battle is why I'm out there for 3 hours, constantly battling through the waves and fighting through the waves, because I've caught one and it feels good and it feels right, and I want that again. So I'm going to stay out there for 3 hours, and I'm going to get back up tomorrow morning, I'm going to go out there again tomorrow, and I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to continue my search for that contentment, for that wave, for that ride. I mean, look at all my surroundings. Everything is white and pastel blue, and the sea's out there, and I feel nice. I'm going to go and eat some fish. I'm going to buy this dressing gown because, I feel good in it. 40 quid's a bit steep though, isn't it? For what is it? You could probably get a nice one in British Home Stores for half the price.
Without waffling?
The waffling's good. The waffling is good.
Coming up, the spiritual side of surfing is put away because from here on in, it's all about the competition. And I'm not the most competitive guy around.
Who made that board for you? David Plunkett?
We've got intimidated, are you, Justin? Yeah, I'm a bit.
The Men's Open Surfing Competition is now only 2 days away. My surfing is no longer about being in harmony with Mother Nature. It's about getting ready for a pro competition. I risk humiliation if all I can do is surf in the shallows. My mentor Chris decides to do a mock heat, just as it will be in the competition.
You're looking for where the wind's blowing on shore. The waves are quite close together, so make sure the ones you're picking, the bigger the better. The bigger the waves, they're going to wash you in a bit better. And ones that don't have any little waves in front of them, so you're looking for a nice clean line of white water. It's one blast to start the heat. I'll let you walk out to about waist to chest deep, and then one blast will start the heat. You have 15 minutes, and then 2 blasts means the end of the heat. You're allowed to catch up to 10 waves. You're only going to be scored on 2, so you're really only looking at getting 2 good ones, and ideally as soon as possible.
My surfing, a creaking structure at the best of times, will be under pressure.
3-hour-long surfs are going to be, it's going to be the other end of the spectrum. He's got 15 minutes, which it's going to feel like 3 minutes. He's going to have to seek out waves rather than kind of waiting for one to come to him. As soon as your hands come off the rail, that casts the wave. Third wave.
0.5 and 0.5?
Yeah.
2 0.5. So technically he's got 1 point.
Exactly.
Surfing against the clock means there's no rest time between waves. This isn't surfing as I've known it.
Yeah, maybe a 1 on that one, I think. It's a bit better than the others.
But there are some successes. I managed to ride one wave as far as it'll take me.
2.5.
2.5.
Style, control, length of ride.
By the end of the 15 minutes, I'm all surfed out.
Looking pretty tired. A bit shorter in time, but a lot more intensive, eh?
It's quite possibly the most exhausting thing I've ever done.
Did good though.
How many times was I up and riding, surfing?
2 waves.
Really?
2 proper good ones.
What did you score me for the good ones?
2.5 and a 1.5.
Yeah.
That was the one you got 2.5 was you had loads more control. It's the one where you kind of cruised all the way to the beach.
Yeah.
So that's what we need to just get 2 of those. The good thing was that within the first minute,
Yeah.
you went for 2 waves. And the only reason you didn't catch them is because you just stopped paddling like 2 paddle strokes too short.
Oh, really?
So if you'd done like 2 more paddles, you'd have caught both of them and you'd have had 2 waves within the minute.
That evening, and I'm back on the beach. It's time for some R&R with Chris and my new surfing chums. All these guys have been in surfing competitions themselves, and one of them, Josh, will be in the men's open with me. It turns out there's more to competitive surfing than standing up on the board.
No, that doesn't go on, does it? Leash tugging. Does that happen?
That's his paddling for
Vaseline
waves.
on the board.
Keep your hand under the water and just pull on his leash just as he's about to go.
Yeah.
That's what they all do.
Or just punch him in the face. He's only young. A little backhander. Bosh.
Does leash tugging happen though?
It does happen, yeah.
If they don't see it, it's fine.
And leash tugging is just the tip of the iceberg.
Trash talking in surfing. I've never considered that at all as a game plan or as a possibility. I'm going to talk some trash to you, Josh. I'm going to catch 2 great waves, first of all, myself, get a couple of decent scores under my belt, then I'm going to start interfering with other people. Where'd you get your board shorts there, Primark?
Yeah.
See? Good luck.
Yeah, good luck, Josh.
Later that evening, and I'm still in training.
Where'd you get that board? Who made that board for you? David Plunkett. Oh, look at those shorts. Look at your shorts. Who ironed your shorts? Your mum? That stuff.
It needs some work, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'd have to work on it a little bit actually. 'Cause, yeah. 'Cause that's just ridiculous.
Next morning, I leave Watergate Bay bound for Croyd in Devon for tomorrow's competition.
I find it very hard to leave that place. It's like you have to put that bit away again. Yeah. Until the next time you come down.
The competition's not till tomorrow, but I'm still trying to reconcile the hang-loose, laid-back world of surfing with a win-lose situation.
It's not fun being up against the clock because you sort of, I feel that that's not really what it's about. It's not a race, you know? And all of a sudden it feels like a race. It feels like you're, I mean, who are you competing against? You're competing against yourself.
Well, no, you're competing against 3 other surfers and you're trying to beat them.
Well, yes, you are. Yes, you are. All I'm thinking about is getting on a wave. You know, I can't worry about what the other surfers are doing. They're advanced. They've been doing it since they were kids. I can't worry about that. I just have to. But I'm not. It's just it's incredible. It focuses you. It really helps you to focus and centre because all you're thinking about is getting on that wave. For 15 minutes, for the next 15 minutes, this is my life.
Like any good, self-respecting pro surfer on the road, my camper van is my hotel.
It's freezing cold. It's absolutely freezing. I might have to keep my socks on as well. It's really cold.
To be honest, I only stuck it out for about 40 minutes. I was cold, so I went to sleep in a nice warm hotel room.
There's a lot of surfers out there. Awful lot.
It's the day of the competition, and Croyd Beach in Devon is awash with surfers and spectators. In the competitors' car park, surfers from all over the world are getting ready. There's a first prize of £2,000 up for grabs in the men's open competition. I'll need all the support I can get, and thankfully, Karen and the boys are here to give me just that.
Just there's new board parts.
I was surfing on Dad's board last time and he was
Am I going to win the surf contest? Am I really?
The competition is well underway, with some world-class surfing on display. I'm informed that one of the guys in my heat will be a man called Russell Winter.
He's probably Europe's most highly ranked surfer. He was the only European to join the top 44 surfers.
I'm hearing things like, he's the best in the country. I've also heard someone say, he's the best this country has ever produced. He's the best we've ever had. He competes on like a world level. I hear things like that and I just think, keep talking. There is no pecking order. It doesn't matter who's the best. None of that matters. This is nature. It's not about leagues and tables and points and championships and I mean, it is actually officially about all of those things.
Single point ride.
The only things that can go wrong is if he doesn't catch any waves. Because as the heat will progress, he'll get more and more stressed. And then it's just going to be a whole psychological battle with himself. That would be a shame to have come this far and not be able to paddle into a couple. As long as he gets two and stands up and goes along, I think that's quite a big achievement.
I do have a plan. Hopefully no one will get in my way, you know. Russell Winter, you know, catch your own wave. Get off my wave. It's not a party wave, Russell. Get off, find your, you know. I'm not a bus.
With only 20 minutes to go before my heat, I head to the waves for a little practice.
Just get a couple of waves under your belt.
This isn't Watergate Bay, and the waves and currents are different here. And my surfing is also under public scrutiny for the very first time.
Not bad for a warm-up, was it?
Yeah, how was it? You feel okay?
Yeah, I feel good.
Good.
It's good to get in there.
Yeah.
Just to get in there. Because I was quite strangely starting to feel a bit nervous.
Really, yeah?
Yeah, and I don't want that. I shouldn't be feeling nervous. I shouldn't be feeling nervous.
It would have been entirely natural to feel some nerves. It is a competitive thing.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't want that.
It's picked up quite a bit though.
It has, hasn't it? It's ever so strong, Chris, as well. It's really strong. And when you're trying to get out and it's just coming into your midsection and it's pushing you back, it feels stronger than anything I felt at Watergate.
Yeah. Cool. So at the end of this heat, in 8.5 minutes we'll check in.
Okay.
And then there'll be a heat that will run and then it'll be ours.
Right.
My heat is next. We'll be marked by 3 judges who sit high up on the hill overlooking the beach, with our best 2 waves going towards our final score. I'll be up against 3 other surfers, and we'll all wear coloured tabards to tell us apart. My competitors don't seem particularly fazed to be up against me.
Good times.
At the check-in, Archie and I meet Russell Winter.
You coming in with us?
no, not going in.
What wax do you use?
Sex wax, humps.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the best.
Hi, mate.
Best wax, and it smells lovely.
Yeah.
Hey, mate.
Russell is also not fazed.
Have you got a plan, Russ?
You know, out the back, there's a couple of nice lefts near the rocks, and then there's a couple of rights over there, so I'm going to get the first wave for left, little right.
Really?
Try and surf around you.
Yeah.
do a few slashes and near your face and get you wet. How was that for you?
Yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah, you're going to go as far out as you can.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I might not see you out there, but
it takes some time getting out of there, doesn't it?
Yeah, the swell's picked up and a big rip that pushes in, so it's quite difficult. Yeah. But you'll be all right. I mean, you just got to. 15 minutes isn't that long, so you just got to try and be quick.
Sure.
I'm going to try and get as many waves as I can and not be sort of too selective. So I just want to get loads of waves. All right, we got to
intimidate, are you, Justin?
Right, we need our vests, don't we?
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, a little bit. Little bit. Yeah. A little bit.
Oh, you seem a little bit intimidated.
Yeah, I'm a bit.
Come on then, we need to go and talk to the marshal.
Yeah.
Come on, put game face on. Face on.
They all seem so, up for it and excited and let's have it and, confident, very confident.
3.27, which goes in as sick as their score.
Justin?
Hello there.
You're all in blue today.
Thank you very much.
Okay. It's a 15-minute heat. Maximum 15 waves, in case you get that far. Your top 2 waves will count.
So I can paddle out now if I want to.
Paddle out now, it'll be a good thing.
Yeah.
Russell's confident and ready to go. There are now only 5 minutes until our heat starts. If there was ever a need for a great bit of trash talking, now would be the time.
Don't get worried or anything.
All right. Watch your yeah. What was that? Oh, I'm psyched out. I tried to come back I tried to come back with something. I had nothing there.
Build up and that's it.
Yeah, I tried to come back with some trash, but I had nothing. I was just saying.
You want to get your arm in? You've got a minute and a half before the heat starts.
Are you serious? The time started now. Not yet. I'm all right.
Sure?
Yeah, I'll be fine. I just need to...
I have a minute to get into position before my heat starts. My 3 competitors are already going through the breakers on their way out back. Sure enough, my heat gets underway.
3, 2, 1...
I find myself on the UK Pro Surfing Tour at the Salt Rock Men's Open, and my 15-minute heat has begun. My competitors are out back, waiting for the big waves, waiting to score big points. My plan is to stay in the shallows initially, to catch 2 small waves and notch up a couple of smaller quick scores before heading out to join them. But within seconds, the strong current I've noticed at practice is making any paddling I'm doing redundant. I'm not moving, and the waves, like buses that are already full, aren't stopping. Out back, Russell and my other 2 competitors are already notching up big scores. But my plan is sinking fast.
Scott Brannigan has a 4.20 and a single point dive.
Thankfully, after 5 long and stressful minutes, I managed to get up on my board, briefly. And then again for even longer. With 2 albeit brief waves surfed, and therefore 2 scores on the board, I decide to head out to play with the big boys.
So first line for Red, Russell went to 5.1 second.
I can see where I need to get to. I can see how good the surf is out there. I just can't get there. Pretty soon I'm trapped. I can't get out. And I can't get in either.
4.5 minutes remaining. Well done.
I'm stuck in the shallows, surfing like litter. The last few minutes of the heat feel like an eternity, and by the time the hooter sounds, all I can do is wash up on the beach. The scores are in, and out of a possible 20, your two best waves with a maximum score of 10 each. Russell was first with 12.6, second place scored 7.83, third 7.23, and I scored 0.7. That's 0.3 for my second best wave, and for my very best, 0.4.
0.4.
We said 4.
What was
Better than nothing.
What was my overall score then?
0.7.
That's rubbish.
No, it's better than nothing, though.
I thought that good one, I would have given myself a 2. Did you win?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Cheers, mate.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Cheers, Russ.
All right, good job. Thank you very much.
Did you see it? Apparently I scored 0.7.
I did alright, is that good? I don't know what
That's rubbish, I
scored.
think.
Oh, is it?
But it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave that there, actually. So, snotty kisses.
Oh, lovely.
I got that one right, though.
Good, you did well. You were doing really good. Like, compared to what we were doing a few weeks ago down at Watergate, what I saw, you were standing up for longer.
I can stand, I can surf. I can get up and I can surf. It's just staying up and getting that long ride. I got 0.7. Is that good?
Yeah, but I want more points.
No, so do I. I want more points. I got a little bit frustrated, but I was able to let it go. I was able to let it go. Because if it's not there, it's not there. If it's not happening, it's not happening. Just let it go.
Transcend the sport.
Yeah.
Ethos.
Just let it go. Just let it go. Because it's not just about, 15 minutes and maximum of 15 waves and all that stuff. And, when you hear one blast of the foghorn, you can start. When you hear two blasts, you've got to finish and come out. That's all I'm in it for. Do you think Dad should surf again? Should I keep this up?
Yes, I know.
Do you think I should?
Yeah. But when you go surfing again today,
Yeah.
you can just catch another sweet ride.
I can just catch another sweet ride?
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Okay.
Catch another sweet ride.
Catch another sweet ride?
Yeah.
That's the only thing?
But that's the only thing, sweet ride.
That's the only thing? Just catch another sweet ride?
Nice work, Justin. Next week, he slips into the incredibly unfortunate shoes of the 10-pin bowling establishment. Will he strike fear into his opponents or get his fingers stuck? Find out Thursday at 10. Will Smith is the layabout alcoholic with incredible strength and a short fuse for PR. Check out Hancock, the premiere on Sky Movies premiere, Saturday at 8.